Chapter 8. "No!" I cried and sprang forward. It's too late to stop the arm from descending. I instinctively know I won't have the power to block it. Instead, I throw myself directly between the whip and Gale. I flung out my arms to protect as much of his broken body as possible, so there's nothing to deflect the lash. I take the full force of it across the left side of my face. The pain is blinding and instantaneous. Jagged flashes of light cross my vision, and I fall to my knees. One hand cups my cheek, while the other keeps me from tipping over. I can already feel the welt rising up, the swelling closing my eye. The stones beneath me are wet with Gale's blood, the air heavy with his scent. "Stop it! You'll kill him!" I shriek. I get a glimpse of my assailant's face, hard, with deep lines, a cruel mouth, gray hair shaved almost to non-existence, eyes so black they seem all pupils, a long, straight nose, reddened by freezing air. The powerful arm lifts again. His sights are set on me now. My hand flies to my shoulder, hungry for an arrow. But of course, my weapons are stashed in the woods. I grit my teeth in anticipation of the next lash. "Hold it!" a voice barks. Hamish appears and trips over a peacekeeper lying on the ground. It's Darius. A huge purple lump pushes out through his red hair on his forehead. He's knocked out, but still breathing. What happened? Did he try to come to Gale's aid before I got here? Hamish ignores him and pulls me to my feet roughly. "Oh, excellent." His hand locks under my chin, lifting it. "She's got a photo shoot next week, modeling wedding dresses. What am I supposed to tell her stylist?" I see a flicker of recognition in the eyes of the man with the whip. Bundled against the cold, my face free of makeup, my braid tucked carelessly under my coat. It wouldn't be easy to identify me as a victor of the last Hunger Games, especially with half my face swelling up. But Hamish has been showing up on television for years. He'd be difficult to forget. The man rests the whip on his hip. "She's interrupted the punishment of a confessed criminal." Everything about this man, his commanding voice, his odd accents, warns of an unknown and dangerous threat. Where has he come from? District 11? 3? From the capital itself? "I don't care if she blew up the blasted Justice Building. Look at her cheek. Think that will be camera ready in a week?" Hamish snarls. The man's voice is still cold, but I can detect a slight edge of doubt. That's not my problem. "No? Well, it's about to be, my friend. The first call I make when I get to my home is to the Capitol," says Hamish. "Find out who authorized you to mess up my Victor's pretty little face." "He was poaching." "What is it? What business is it of hers anyway?" says the man. "He's her cousin." Peter got my other arm now, but gently. "And she's my fiancé. So if you want to get to him and expect to go through both of us. Maybe we're it, the only 3 people in the district who could make a stand like this. Although it's sure to be a temporary, there will be repercussions. But at the moment, all I care about is keeping Gail alive. The new head peacekeeper glances over at his backup squad. With a relief, I see their familiar faces, old friends from the Hob. You can tell by their expressions that they're not enjoying the show. One, a woman named Purina, who eats regularly at Greasy Say's, steps forward stiffly. I believe for a first offense, the required number of lashes has been dispensed, sir, unless your sentence is death, which we can carry out by a firing squad. Is that standard protocol here? He asked the head peacekeeper. Yes, sir, Purina says, and several others nod in agreement. I'm sure none of them actually know because in the Hob, the standard protocol for someone showing up with a wild turkey is for everyone to bid on the drumsticks. Very well. Get your cousin out of here, then, girl. And if he comes to, remind him the next time he poaches off Capitol land, I'll assemble a firing squad personally. The head peacekeeper wipes his hand along the length of the whip, splattering us with blood. Then he coils it into quick, neat loops and walks off. Most of the other peacekeepers fall in an awkward formation behind him. A small group stays behind and hoists Darius' body up by arms and legs. I catch Purina's eye and mouth the word, thanks, before she goes. She doesn't respond, but I'm sure she understood. Gail. I turn, my hands fumbling at the knots binding his wrist. Someone passes a knife, and Peter cuts the ropes. Gail collapses on the ground. Better get him to your mother, says Hamish. There's no stretcher, but the old woman at the clothing stall sells us the board that serves as her countertop. Just don't tell where you got it, she says, packing up the rest of her goods quickly. Most of the square has emptied, fear getting the better of compassion. But after what just happened, I can't blame anyone. By the time we've laid Gail face down on the board, there's only a handful of people left to carry him. Hamish, PETA, a couple of miners who work on the same crew as Gail lift him up. Levi, a girl who lives a few houses down from mine in the seam, takes my arm. My mother kept her little brother alive last year when he caught the measles. Need help getting back? Her gray eyes are scared but determined. No, but can you get Hazel and send her over, I ask. Yeah, she says, turning on her heels. Levi, I say, don't let her bring the kids. No, I'll stay with them myself, she says. Thanks.